just like me and Bob going down to fucking the bar drinking
on a Thursday after work.
It's like, bro, we're just like, oh yeah, like this is fun. Like,
like, man, we gotta chill out, Bob.
Just for me and my bros, I gotta fight for my balls. I gotta stack out this goal. I tell you I'm on a roll. We about to get all this dough. We ain't no fuck niggas, no. I swear to God, we the ghosts. This ain't the story they told. Man, if you know, then you know. I never had to tell my dogs.
Still chase your passion. Like, obviously, Tyree, Stood in the Game podcast, we're really trying to ramp up our podcast and stay consistent with it, but it is really hard to stay consistent. Like, it is, it's because, like, every single day you have to wake up and do it again. Doesn't matter how good yesterday was, how bad it was, like, you have to get up and be like, I gotta do it again. Like, it doesn't matter.
I was thinking about that, bro. We were at what museum were we at?
The Met?
The Met. We went to the Met Gala.
Okay.
And I was
like a long time ago.
That was a while ago, but I was like thinking about it. They would show like these art pieces, and the Met's pretty touristy area in New York, whatever.
Yeah.
And they show like these paintings, full fucking wall paintings, and on the side it'll say like took 50 years to do. And I'm like, damn, bro, like we're living such a different life where it's like I make something, I'm making multiple things a day, and they're out.
Yeah.
And it's like out of my mind. You could show me something from like 3 months ago, it looks like an eternity ago. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Like, cause sometimes like I'll be so like caught up in doing stuff. Like sometimes I don't even remember what I did the day before.
That happens all the time. People will be like, "Oh, you had made this video, or you said this in a video," and me and Josh were like from the beginning, because we were actually at one point, honestly, probably creating more daily videos. Like, we were shooting 3-4 a day. Like, our videos now are way better. Like, way more structure. We actually, like, scripted. We actually, like, talk about it. Like, it used to be just all, like, freestyle. Like, oh, we want to do this? Let's just go fucking freestyle. One take Drake and get out, right? And even that, like, I wouldn't even, like, remember it. I think now I'm actually going to remember more because there's more, it's more scripted, so we practice it. Like, before you got here, I'm eating dinner, and me and Josh were finishing the script, right? And I made it read it probably 10 times. Yeah. Right, at least.
I was just thinking about it because, like, our goal is to, like, make movies one day. Like, at least my goal is to make movies. We obviously, like, talk about doing, like, a reality TV show on YouTube and stuff. That's, like, kind of, like, where we want to take it. But we were joking. I'm like, bro, write a 60-second script multiple times a day, every day, for how long? And it's, like, when does it become just, like, you just know it? Like, you just know how to say it. Because, like, sometimes you say things, and you try to write it down, you're like, does that not sound right? Does that sound right? Like, and I've almost found that it's like, it's almost like you gotta talk to your friend.
Right. For sure, you gotta talk it out.
You have to treat people like, bro, you're my friend. I'm talking to you like I'm talking to my brother, like I'm talking to you.
Improv.
It's just like, bro, you just have to feel that. It's like the tone. Your tone of your voice is sometimes like the biggest thing. I know I'm the biggest culprit of it.
Yeah.
Because people are like, Zachary's like, bro, you sound like an asshole all the time because my tone just comes off as like, yo, let's fucking do it. Like, instead of just being like, hey, you know, like being super nice about that, sometimes I can't do it. I just like, my brain's just like, it has to go to that. Right now.
I think my favorite thing that we've started to do is actually the scripting, because what it's done is, in a way, like, I think in my head, like you said, improv, right? And I do think it is almost like acting. Like, you're acting, you're writing a song, you're trying to play a character, and it's like forced me, like, when I started making content, I had to break out of a shell.
Yeah. And
now I'm in like this new shell where I'm trying to like get over that hump of like really coming into your own and like really not giving a fuck. Yeah. And that it's a fight, but like that's what you gotta do it every single day.
Yeah, that's like crazy because like with my job, like I would have to give speeches to like the like churches, high schools, elementary schools, like whatever places that like give to us. I don't really like before I didn't really like talking in front of people. So like imagine talking in front of like kids and then like middle schoolers and then like kids is almost your age and then kids your age. You like, yo, like I don't know how to do this for real. But it kind of helps you out because like now when I'm doing stuff like this, it's so easy for me to like talk because like I done did it when it's like I'm at a point where I'm super uncomfortable. I've never did it before. I don't even want to do it, but now it helps me when I want to do it.
That makes me think about how when we'd always ask people to come on the podcast and if they ever give any pushback. I'm like, at the end of the day, it's good practice.
Right.
It's good practice because no, there's not an audience, but there is the pressure of the microphone, the cameras, and now we have these lights. Like it's not a normal conversation. It's not like we're sitting here, lights are off, and we're just chilling out. There is some pressure, but it's also like working through that. Like I just actually tweeted about it today. Like your dreams lie on the other side of your fear.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
Like, think of anything great you want in life, anything great that has happened in your life. I can guarantee you had to push through shit you didn't want to do and that you were probably scared of.
Yeah.
And then you do it and you're like, wow, I'm better for it. I can't believe I was scared of it. You know, like, you gotta, like, there is something about, like, running into your fears. Whereas, like, a lot of people are like, oh, just be comfortable. Like, nah, like, once again, listen to a video about Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
Like, he's like, but this shit's not supposed to be comfortable. It is supposed to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, uncomfortable makes you grow. Comfortable makes you sit on the couch and watch TV. When you're uncomfortable, sitting on the couch and watching TV is actually, like, makes it worse.
the best person I've seen do, like, anything in front of a camera, any interview ever, Sean Evans from Hot Ones. I don't know if you've ever seen the show Hot Ones.
Yeah.
It's probably the greatest.
Oh, my God.
It's probably one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. So basically what they do is, for the people that don't know, is they get celebrities in there and they have them eat hot wings from like the first wing is like just
oh,
Frank's
okay,
hot,
yeah.
all the way to the...
That's funny. I never knew what it was called.
Okay, so Hot Ones, right? So,
Everybody's seen it.
Everyone's seen it, but Sean Evans, the host, is the GOAT at fucking...
interviewing.
Because what he does is, he'll be like, Tyree, you know, you did this thing when you were 10 years old, and it went up to this, and now, and then he'll like give all this back information about who you were, and then ask this riveting question, and the guest is always like, fuck.
How did you
know that? He's like, I haven't thought about that in 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it brings something out of them where they're already like, damn, this person's already like taken. And I thought about that. I'm like, the more that you know about the people that you're talking about, like, the more comfortable you can make them feel. Like, I was listening to Theo Von, and Theo Von always says that when he's nervous, he tries to crack jokes and he tries to get the person to laugh because he helps break the tension. What he also does is he also says he laughs at people to make them feel more comfortable. And I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like, just give them a little giggle and then get on to what you want to say. It's just like, those are like little like trade secrets of like things you would never know. But as you get into it, you're like, okay, if I have someone who's cold and is kind of hard to talk to, doesn't mean that they don't have great information or a great person.
Right.
But it's like, how do you like peel the layers back a little bit? And it's like, that's why I love Theo Von. I love Sean Evans. They're goated.
Yeah, and it makes me like think about like our last podcast was obviously like Joe Rogan inspired you to make a podcast, and you brought up like I watched this video about Joe Rogan and like his podcasting skills because Joe is by far like head and shoulders above everybody. Like he's just at a different.
No one's
level.
even close.
Like he's at a different level, right?
No one's even close.
And the one thing that they said was, not only is he knowledgeable about like everything. He's curious, but what he said is he cracks jokes because he's got you know good sense of humor.
He's a comedian,
and he laughs.
Right.
Like there's something about like laughing, like giving somebody the confidence, like oh that was kind of funny. Now I watched the video and you could see like these awkward conversations, and then he would laugh, and then you could see the other person just boom perk up, and it just changes the conversation.
Right.
For sure. I will say this. Joe Rogan is head and shoulders above everyone, and the reason why I knew that was because a guy like Dave Portnoy was talking about it, and he was like, man, he's like, I have push, like I have pull in the industry. He's like, I went on Joe Rogan, and he was like, I was bombarded, like absolutely bombarded by people being like, yo, I checked out the pod, and he was like, that was kind of an average podcast. Like he didn't like care for the podcast.
That wasn't a good podcast.
Exactly. But like at the end of the day, I would still fucking tune in to Joe Rogan and Prez just because you're like, damn, like I want to know what the two top guys are kind of like.
Yeah, what they're talking about.
What they're talking about.
And it makes me think about. Obviously, you pay attention to Joe Rogan. What are some other podcasts that you've been paying attention to, trying to listen to, trying to steal some nuggets from to like take in your own life, take into your podcast?
Fresh and Fit. I don't know if
Fresh and Fit. Yeah.
I like Fresh and Fit. They're they're really real. because like I've noticed like what they're doing is like they're really showing that a lot of people don't know what's going on out here. Like, it's some people out here that kind of just like they're not into social media, or they're not even looking into like these type of people that are like doing these type of things that are like big now. Like, so like it's easy for a person that's doing them type of things that person's not looking into, for a person to get conned by that type of person because he doesn't know about that person.
Yeah.
So it's just like really crazy, and like he's just really putting it out there for people, and like I don't know if females hate that, but like they hate the fact that like he's putting it on the forefront and they have to like eat it.
For sure. I'm pulling on something you said, and this is a little off topic with the podcasting thing. And I'm gonna open this up to both of you. Do you guys think it's weird for someone not to have like majority of the social medias? Like, is it weird? Like,
what do you mean by that?
Like, they don't have an Instagram. They don't have a TikTok. You know, they don't go on YouTube. Like, they don't have a Facebook. They don't have a Twitter.
Depending on the profession. Depending on the profession, because I would say this. If you're a doctor, lawyer, where most of your day is consumed by something else, I completely get it. Yeah. We're looking at it from an angle of, like, we live in social. Every day, all day. We live it, breathe it. When something happens that no one fucking knows about, we're the first ones to know because we're fucking in it.
Yeah.
Like, if a platform makes an update, guess what? I got a Slack message of fucking 10 people being like, this changed on YouTube, this changed on Twitter, this is on Snapchat now, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, I'm already like in the mix. So it's like, it would be hard for me to be out of the mix. You know what I mean?
Agreed, but I'm saying...
It's a red flag.
I'm more
to
so
say yes, it's a red flag. It's a red flag.
What do you think?
It makes me think you're fake as fuck.
I agree.
If I met you, say, let's just give an example. Mm-hmm. You meet on a dating app, and someone goes, "Hey, you know,
it's unmatched.
I don't have any socials." I'm instantly going, "You're fucking fake.
You're a bot. See you later. You're a bot.
You're a bot."
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't care if you're like, "I'm a doctor." Da 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 da. Unless you're on like Raya, the celebrity app. You have to like get like pre-checked, and they like vet every single person on there.
Referred.
Yeah, you're referred and all that. It's like that. Then I can understand like you don't want socials. You're like a super secret person. I can get that. Right. I can understand that. But you're just an average Joe who's like, "No, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram."
Right, but I'm a doctor.
I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like, you don't have Facebook. You don't keep with the family. Right. You don't hit anybody up.
I feel that same way. If you have any type of business and you don't have like any social media, there's no proof of like what you do, because
you essentially don't exist.
Yeah, because it's like, you could tell me you make houses, but like at least the people that I see on TikTok that make houses, they show doing like the base work and like maybe the plumbing and stuff like that. So it's like, all right, maybe he's not building a house all by himself, but he has other people to do the other things that he can't do.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know anything that you can do. You just hit me up and said, "Hey, I build houses." Like,
yeah, it's something I've been thinking a lot about, because like what Joshua said, everybody in this room is very much into, you know, the internet and whatever. I just find it so weird because everything is out there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I was thinking, if like I just threw my phone away and like was just gonna live, you would become completely disconnected from the world. Yeah, like, definitely. You could not know anything what's going on. Like, if you threw your phone away and like went into a log cabin in the woods, like, you are the ultimate like disconnected from the world. Yeah. It's always been hard for me, for people that are like, "Oh, I don't have it." Like, honestly, if you have some social media, be like, "Hey, I deleted Instagram because it like making me depressed, toxic, like, down on yourself." Ultimate respect. Right. I'm talking more so in general of like, no, I don't have an Instagram. No, I would never download TikTok because China owns it. You know, like, I don't have Twitter because Elon Musk. Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, doesn't matter who owns it.
Right.
It's the fact that everybody's on there, and you can still the reason I say this is because I think you can use social media as an advantage. You can plot your escape. There's a proven plan. The internet is gonna forever grow until it kills us.
Right. That's definitely facts.
But transitioning back now, you said that, like, the Fresh and Fit podcast. What's another podcast you've been kind of, you know, checking out and trying to pull things from, because me and Joshua, for example, like we've been listening to a lot of Theo Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think he's on his way up for sure.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Definitely.
I've been consuming like for the last like year and a half, like before I guess we moved out here,
Mm-hmm.
and even like halfway, probably up until the last like couple months, I would consume podcasts purely to learn. Like I'm listening to a podcast going like I have the intention of I'm going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It got to a point now where it's like I'm so consumed with like creating every day, and my life is just consumed of like how can I create X, and it's got me to a point where it's like I need to start consuming like funny shit, different shit.
Yeah.
Because like me just learning like educational shit, which is cool, but in reality, like me learning about like Bitcoin and stuff right now has nothing to do with what I need to get done and like what I need to accomplish and like where I need to take what I need to do.
Right.
And it's like if I can take like PMT podcasts, like Big Cat, PFT, like though that group that they have, they're fucking jabronis, but like in the best way. Like I fucking love them.
Right.
Like they say shit that you're just like,
how did they think of that?
like it's like left field is fucking. You're just like, bro, that's hilarious. It's like, but that is where you need to take it. Like it gets to a point where it's like you learn. You're like, oh, okay, maybe people do just want to like joke around and be inside the joke. Maybe it's okay to like go over the line a little bit because like it's all intent. If you're not intending to hurt people, but you just say something you're like, oh, that's on me. I'm sorry. I learned.
Right.
Whatever. Like it's all intention. It's not like you saying something being like ignorant to it is not the worst thing, because you're like you might get roasted, you might get fucking whatever, but like Big Cat said, he's like, oh, if you're not on the wrong side of a couple scandals every year, you're not working hard enough. And I made me think, I was like, bro,
he's right.
Like, if you're not pushing the like if you're not curious, like if you're curious,
You're
like
gonna
I say all the time,
you're gonna get in a little trouble.
I get in trouble all the fucking time. Zach gets like I'm getting in trouble at work all the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
It's because they're pushing the needle.
We push the needle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would rather be on that end. I would rather get fucking fired for pushing the needle than being the little bitch who's like, I'm a little scared to do that. Yeah, like
you said type what?
Yeah. It's like how high? Like I'll just stay in the box because I know that's what they want. Yeah. It's like no, we're trying to hit virality. Right. I don't give a fuck what a client wants, what you want, what this want. I'm just doing what I think is gonna work. Right. Because I'm in it every day, and it's not like we haven't had some viral videos. Because I mean, in the last month, we've had 3 videos over 1 million, and I'm just like, what is that? What is that? Like that's just us slowly chewing away. Right. Slowly chewing away, and eventually we're gonna get a sauce that's like, damn, this is the blueprint.
Blueprint, yeah.
And we got it, and it's gonna be. It's just the make of it.
What have you taken away from the podcast you're listening to? Has it made you think differently, try different things? Because obviously, like you're in the same lane as us, right? So like, what has drawn your curiosity to like kind of keep staying in this lane? Because it's very easy to fizzle out.
Honestly, like learning like the it's gonna sound funny, but learning trying to perfect the art of conversation.
Love that.
Because like as base as that is, people don't know how to have like conversations with people, like basic communication. Like so like you might talk to somebody and they just might be like, well, like, and you just like, yo, like, calm down.
It's
like
not
you
like that.
Yeah, you don't gotta talk to me like that. But like that's just how they can. That's how they feel is best to communicate to people. Yeah. But that's not the best way to communicate. Yeah. So it's really just figuring out different ways that like you can like like talk to people and figure out how people communicate with people, because like there's so many people in the world and people communicate it's many different ways.
Well, that's one of the biggest problems in the world is because we don't know how to communicate. Like people don't know how to have just like a debate, a conversation. Like everything's got to be like, it's my way, and like there's no give.
Well,
right?
Conversation is literally what solves everything. Because like 99.99% of things would be solved, or at least in the mediate of like we can coexist with this if we just talked about it. Right. It could be anything. It could be like the worst type of thing. Right. It could be them talking about abortion, and they could find a middle ground of like, hey, If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And it's
Yeah.
like, don't be offended by other people doing it. Like, that's the worst thing with
Right.
today is like there's secondhand, like people that don't get offended, but someone else who's a bystander is offended. And it's like the person who was directed that's not offended.
That makes me think a lot about, and something I've obviously been on, but I've like really started, like my wheels in my brain have really started to turn that the reason there's so much animosity and tension in this world is everybody is lacking something inside that they're pushing towards.
Yeah.
Like I think, like I just think I'm gonna speak on the U.S., but I'm gonna speak in like the people that I see.
Mm-hmm.
People go to work, they go home, you know, they watch TV, they're partying, hanging out with friends. Like they're not doing anything. They're just living for the weekend. They're living for the party. They're living for the next night out. They're living for the next Netflix TV show.
Right.
And it's like, then when something happens, they immediately are like consumed with it.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you have a vision, you're every day waking up trying to like just tunnel vision that vision. Like, yeah, you get off track. You might get unfocused, but like might go out on a Saturday night, but you get like right back on track the next day. Like stuff like that, like controversial opinions, politics, anything going on in the world, like you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep going. Like I can't change anything. Like me arguing with this person, me being upset about this happening. Like when you have a vision, you just fucking go.
Go. Yeah.
You just go and you just change with the policies. You change with the environment. Like it's what it is, and it's so frustrating when I talk to some people, and I'm always curious about like what people do for fun. It's been like my question I've been asking everybody. Like, what do you do for fun? Like I want to know. 99% of the time, going out, hanging out with friends, you know, and watching TV.
I'm glad you
in
just said that. I got
in New York though. It's like everyone's like, let's go out Monday, let's go out Tuesday, let's go out Thursday.
But like you could even bring it back to Michigan. We could bring it back to Michigan.
They're living for the weekend for sure there, but it's worse here. Like
for sure,
Monday through fucking Sunday.
Really?
It's dude every day at like our office, bro.
You could easily find.
Like someone who's like, bro, you want to go out tonight? You want to go out tonight?
Of course,
you want to
like,
go catch a drink? Want to go do this? It's like. No, like, no, I gotta go home and I gotta fucking edit 2 videos.
But like that,
right?
But that's what I'm trying to say. When you are working towards something, you almost don't want to party. You don't want to go hang out. Like real shit.
That's
like,
facts.
I keep telling myself like, man, maybe I should go out more. You know, maybe like once every couple weeks I should go out. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should fucking hang out with friends more.
Yeah.
Right? But then I'm in my head. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm not going to be able to shoot this video. I'm not going to be able to come up with a video idea. I'm not going to be able to, write to get my creative thoughts out or just get how I'm feeling out. And it's like, then it compounds and then it's like, takes me 4 fucking days to get back on track. Whereas I'm at the point now where I'm in like, once I get back on my routine, it's fucking addicting.
Yeah.
It's addicting. Like, I don't want to get off it.
You want to know why I don't like going out?
Why?
I don't like going out because I don't got it like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't got it like that. Like, when I want to go out is like, I'm trying to do some Drake shit. Like, he always says he's like
trying to celebrate.
For your birthday, he's like, your man got you a little like a tour bus and and then you gotta wait in lines and you're fucking like, bro. Yeah. When I go to the club, bro, I want the VIP booth. I'm not waiting in no lines. I want to walk in. I want to dap my boys up, hang out, be in our little area that's away from fucking all the sweaty people.
Right.
It's like that's where I want to be. I want drinks flowing to me. I want the tab fucking paid already before I even walk in the fucking door. Yep. And I want to walk out when I want to walk out.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like, damn, bro, I got fucking $50 to spend tonight. I just spent $15 on cover. That means I got 2 drinks here in New York. Like,
I gotta get like shots.
Now I'm up till 1:30 in the morning because I gotta fucking train home.
Yeah.
And then it's like I just spent all this money. I didn't even really get drunk. Cause I didn't even have the money to get drunk.
Right.
And I'm just like, what's the point? Like,
right.
If I go out, like I want to celebrate something
for sure.
And 2, like I want a purpose. Everything I do, I want to do for a purpose. Like, why am I doing that?
Right.
Like, okay, we went out for St. Patrick's Day. It was cool. Like, we hung out with I hung out with some coworkers, whatever. Like, it was fun.
Didn't really go out.
We didn't really go out. Like, I dipped out at like 11:30. I was like, I had enough.
Yeah.
I was like, party didn't even start. Yeah. I was like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So I just got shit I got to do. Then we were up fucking running at 6 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it's just different. Like, we're just so focused on what it is. And the biggest battle I have every day is with myself being like, fuck, I don't want to do this. and I saw
That is the biggest battle.
Andrew Tate. He had this tweet that said, and I'm not gonna condone everything he does, but he had a great tweet. I thought he said, "It's not bad to miss a gym day one day.
Yeah.
What's bad is the mindset that let you be okay with it."
Yeah.
And it's like, that is what's scary, is like the mindset of you being like, oh, it's like, it's not a big deal. Because in retrospect, like, we lift almost every day. It's like, if I miss a fucking day, I'm not an athlete anymore. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's like the okay of being like, oh, I could miss another day. I could miss another day. Like, that's
Why
deadly.
am I okay with that?
It's deadly.
Yeah.
It's scary. And that's how you die, bro.
That's
You party much?
No, not really. Like I don't.
You ever like party? You ever have that like a phase like that?
I had a crazy phase of partying. Like when I was younger, like
For sure.
I don't know what it was. Like I was hanging with a lot of older people.
Yeah.
So like 14, 13, I'm in a strip club and stuff like that.
Shit.
Like,
Okay.
You got young.
You were
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say I had my fair share of partying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got it out of me. Like, from like 17 to like 25. I fucking 24, I'll say.
Yeah.
Partied hard. Like, had a great time. And I got to the point where it was like, at the end of it, I was just like, this isn't fun anymore. It's the same thing over and over again. Like,
Right.
I would rather save those moments for like when I got my boys there, and it's like we could all go out together, we have a fun time, have some great conversation, make some memories.
Right.
Me and Bob going down to fucking the bar drinking
On the Thursday after work.
It's like, bro, we're just like, oh yeah, like this is fun. Like,
I'm like, man, we got to chill out, Bob.
No, for sure. But no, Tyree, man, it's always a pleasure having you on, man.
Bro, this is
always
the
a pleasure, man.
reoccurring guest, bro. It's
Yes,
just,
sir.
You're always welcome on, man.
Definitely, man.
Appreciate you jumping on. No, but I think there's something to it about. Do you want to go turn your bedroom light off real quick, or?
anything for you, boss man.
I mean, it just doesn't need to be on. You know?
For my grandma, hope she know that this for you and you and him. For my brothers, for my family, for my mama, for my fight for my bros. I gotta stack out this gold. I tell you I'm on the road. About to get all this dough. Me and no fuck niggas know. I swear to God we the ghosts. This ain't the story they told. Man, if you know, then you know. I never